All this is very disturbing and very perplexing. So if I'm to believe James O'Keefe and Cam Higbee and what I'm seeing on X.com, somebody's running this operation. Why doesn't the feds, or why don't the feds know who that is? And why are they still not why aren't they in custody? Someone is also funding and financing this. Where's the money coming from? I think sure as hell the IRS can sure as hell tell me where I spend my money. You mean to tell me they can't get these little goons and they can't tell them where their money is being spent? None of this makes sense if you view it through the lens of, well, why do we have to have a trillion-dollar spy-fair state? And when you need it most, it seems, you can't use it. Or even if you do use it, it doesn't produce the results. And if they can't produce results on what's happening in the closed environment that is Minneapolis, Minnesota, what do you need them for then? Is there no one? The FBI can infiltrate all these other groups, radical Roman traditional Catholics and what have you here. And, they get in all those groups and they infiltrated the group and basically created the one that was supposedly going to assassinate Gretchen Dimwitmer. You mean to tell me there's no FBI informants, confidential informants, CIs as they call them? There's no CIs embedded in any of these left-wing Antifa terror groups that are now basically running Minneapolis, St. Paul? Nobody? Doesn't make sense if you view it through that lens, does it? So then someone is telling Trump, don't arrest. If you do, this is what's going to happen. And someone else, why isn't, I'm perplexed and just puzzled. Why isn't someone else going like, well, Mr. President, we have a good idea of who the leaders are. How difficult would it be to find out who was the person that actually started the Signal chat group that Cam Higbee infiltrated? You could get a court order and tell Signal that they have to tell you. Signal could tell the court to go pound sand, and that they don't have to, like Apple, a computer. Or they could say, well, we want to be good model citizens and turn them over. See, my point is you have this apparatus. The Democrats never hasten to use this against us, against the American people. Why are we hesitant to use the spy-fair state against what's happening in Minnesota is my question. And I don't have an answer. As a matter of fact, I try to answer the question myself and go like, well, this would make sense if you did this. Oh, well, or maybe this would, but no, it doesn't make sense. I can't make sense of this.